Co-production, and by that I mean the transformation of public services through an equal and reciprocal relationship between service users and the people who provide services, has transformed a great many public services, and no more greater than the relationship between prisoners as service users and prison officers as those who deliver the service. The project that I've been covering for CME, Theatre Nemo, have been spending the last 8 months training prison officers to respond more effectively to the mental health needs of their offenders in their care. And they've done this by actively involving the prisoners as participants, asking them what makes a good prison officer. This has been very important because up until now, prison officers haven't received any training in how to respond effectively to the mental health needs of the offenders in their care, and they've largely made it up and improvised, and the whole exercise has been a chance for prisoners to say what's worked for them and what hasn't worked for them. And it's been particularly important because the dominant skills that are held by prison officers, that of maintaining order, keeping a good schedule, have been shown to need a balance of other skills to do with the care of the offenders, like patience, self-awareness, the ability to listen, the ability to communicate effectively. And so in that sense, the whole way in which prison services are being delivered at the Edinburgh Prison has been completely transformed. It all sounds really excellent, but there are a few issues and caveats that co-production raise. In the first case, one has to recognise that it puts additional burdens on people who are often vulnerable, and that's particularly the case of those who have mental health problems. Secondly, it can be used by cynical public services as a way of withdrawing essential services and blurring the accountability of the state for their delivery. It also can result in people who receive services being subject to somewhat of a postcode lottery, in the sense that the range and depth of services vary from one area to another, and I think there is a need for some kind of central direction to ensure that there's more consistency, not so much in the kind of service being offered, but in terms of the priority and resources given to co-production. Finally, it's often the case that service users are actually listeners and not participants in the process. And I think for true co-production to take place, you need to have service users actually involved in the delivery of the service, not just commenting on what should be provided and leaving it to professionals to deliver it.